Thousand Words podcast. Join us as we discuss the antics of pro athletes, sports politics, and everything in between. No sport nor athlete is off limits. Now, get you a pitcher of wine and enjoy the show. Here are your hosts, Lene and Linnell Fletcher, aka the Fletcher Twins. Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words. It's your girl Nelly Nell.
And this your girl Nay. What it do, boo?
And that's right. I am sipping on some red wine, Cabernet Sauvignon. What do you have?
So I switched it up this week.
Finally.
Yeah. So I have red wine too, which I don't normally like, which is crazy because I like the berry sangria. Mm-hmm. So Joe found this wine and I drank it like 2 weekends ago at our friend's house. It's from Shutter House and it's called Sweet Red. Mm-hmm. And I just threw some strawberries in there, some grapes and some orange slices to sweeten it up some. It's pretty good.
Oh my God.
That's why you keep fruit around your house for things like this.
I keep apples. I can't put a green apple in my
No, you can't do that.
I cannot. Okay, so weekend. So we were together in Florida for Diane's wedding. Shout out to Diane and Bobby. Congrats on the nuptials. So I had a really good time and I really needed that break. And as soon as I got back here to New York, I'm looking at my calendar like, when can I take another break? Because I wasn't ready to go back to work.
You got to calculate it and carry the one.
Got to calculate. Yes, we do. So I don't know. Maybe I know July, I'm trying to go to Colombia with Kim. Shout out to Kim. But I'm also trying to, in the process of, oh, wait, I can't say that yet until it happens. Never mind. But yeah, I need to go on. I don't know. I probably don't be back in Florida to maybe June because I do know Mama wants to go to Tallahassee to see Terrence and Marquina House. We haven't seen that yet. So I'll probably do that in June and then Columbia in July. But anyway, the wedding I had a really good time at the wedding. And the dancing was amazing. At one point when they was playing Luke at the end, remember they played the Luke song? Mm-hmm. You know me, I'm trying to get everything on camera, right? So while everybody dancing, of course, I'm recording it on Snapchat. So I just remember, and I even got into, it was like an out-of-body experience that I experienced. So I had my camera on you and Joe. Then I had to switch it to Danielle and Herbert. And then I had to switch it to Marquina and Terrence. Like I was like a cameraman trying to get all the couples in one shot. It was so funny. And I was like, this is it. This is life.
I need to see that video. I haven't seen that video.
Oh, I had put it on my Snapchat. Edwina said something about it. Because Joe was, it was great. It was great. But anyway, the food was great. Everybody looked good. Everybody followed the assignment with the green and gold. So I was very happy about that. We saw some of our classmates from high school. So that was cool. And then Sunday, I had to drive. Guys, audience members, I have not driven in 3 years since I moved to New York. And they had me drive on the highway for an hour from Palm Beach to Plantation because I had to deliver her kids. So that was the first time I had driven in 3 years.
You did a good job.
I did do a good job. And then Janae taught us a TikTok that I do need to post. I was so busy at work today because the first day back is insane that I forgot to post it, but I will be posting that TikTok video and some videos of us singing at the wedding. So stay tuned, guys. How was your weekend? I mean, I'll describe most of it, but go ahead.
Yeah, the only difference is we had to leave from Palm Beach right after the wedding because we had to come back and teach junior church. We teach junior church on Sundays, y'all. So yeah, we couldn't get too out of pocket. Yeah. But other than that, it was pretty much, we had the bachelorette thing on Friday with her in the hotel.
And we got, I'm drinking out that cup that my wine, we all got personalized tumblers. Is what this called or something like that? Okay.
Mm-hmm. So that Friday, the wedding was Saturday, and then church on Sunday. That's pretty much it. Work on Monday. I can't wait till this weekend coming up because I don't think we have nothing planned, and I don't plan to do nothing but the girls' hair. That's it. I'm not doing nothing else.
But you said you wanted to go to the gym.
Yeah. I mean it like I don't want to go to no events.
Okay. So my upcoming weekend plans is I don't really have that many planned, but I do know Thursday is Cinco de Mayo. And I do have plans to go out with Sashi for drinks. I don't even think when she asked me that she knew it was Cinco de Mayo, she was just like, are you free for a drink this week? And I randomly picked Thursday because that's usually my free day. Well, yeah, that's probably it. Probably hang out, watch more snowfall.
Yeah, we'll probably make tacos or fajitas. I'll buy
on Thursday. Tomorrow. Okay. All right, let's get into our weekly sports updates. So the U.S. government finally reclassified WNBA star Brittany Griner's case to be a wrongfully detained case by the Russian government. So by them clarifying it as wrongfully detained, that means they are going to be doing more to try to get her out instead of just letting her sit there. So that's great. NFL draft. So yes, the NFL draft was last weekend. I'll just talk about a few things. Jacksonville selected Georgia's defensive end Trayvon Walker with the number 1 overall pick. My Jets, in the first round, we had 3 picks. We selected.
That's not a good thing.
We traded for some of them picks. We traded for the last 2. We picked up a cornerback, which is my favorite position. We picked up a wide receiver as well. And we picked up a defensive end from what? FSU, Seminoles. Boop, boop. So I didn't see the rest of our draft class, but cornerback, wide receiver, and defensive end are very good pickups in my mind. Okay. So maybe the Jets might do something this year. I'm still deciding if I want to be with the Jets or Cardinals. So I have to make my decision for August.
Let's talk about what happened on Sunday real quick with so now we're pretty much.
Are you talking about basketball?
Yeah.
We're going to get into that later. It's in the outline. Look at the outline. Okay.
It's not in this one. It's not in
that. Look in the bottom. At the bottom, it don't say playoffs right before the highlight of the week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it does.
This is what happens when people don't look at your outline. Anyway, the last update is wide receiver AJ Brown was traded to the Eagles for number 18th overall pick and a 3rd round pick. So he is an Eagle now. Fly, Eagles, fly. All right, let's get into this mess because both the stories is a mess today, okay? This one is extra foolery. So everybody know ESPN commentator Stephen A. Smith. Everybody know former basketball player Stephon Marbury. So Smith had some strong words for NBA player Kyrie Irving after they got swept. So he said, we are witnessing one of the most delusional athletes in American history. And then he added Kyrie Irving. And then Marbury tweeted, we are witnessing one of the biggest Uncle Toms on the planet at Stephen A. Smith. So, Uncle Tom, them words, them be fighting words, okay?
I was just about to say, explain it for the people who don't know, because some people just don't know. Okay. What is an Uncle Tom?
Uncle Tom, I don't know where it derived from, like the history of it. I don't know the history of it, but I do know calling somebody a black person an Uncle Tom is basically saying they kissing up to the masses. They a coon.
The white man.
They sucking up to the white man to get ahead and stuff like that.
They work inside the house.
Yeah, they not for black people, even though they are black. So that's what being called an Uncle Tom is, right? So Smith responded by saying, I'm not going to insult Stephon Marbury. I will say Stephon Marbury has had a problem with me since 2009 because we thought he was a bit bizarre when he was eating Vaseline, literally on video, like a bunch of cheeseburgers. So then Marbury continued.
That is bizarre. That
is bizarre. Like, I'm pretty sure I would be very shocked if he didn't get sick because Vaseline is what you put on sores. Or
it's what you put on your face before you get in the fight. So
correct.
It slip right off.
Correct. So Marbury continued by saying, I'm starting to think Stephen A. Smith thinks he's a star for speaking the English language loud and obnoxious on TV. I truly believe he's upset that he couldn't play ball in front of 19,000 people every night. So he reverted towards targeting people who look like him, who have true intentions on this earth to be real and authentic towards helping people. So what are your thoughts between this back and forth? Because Smith didn't play NBA, but he did play point guard / shooting guard at Winston-Salem from 87 to 91.
Okay, so first of all, I want to know why Stephen Smith thinks Kyrie is delusional.
I can tell you
Kyrie
why.
Say, go ahead.
Because I kind of looked at the whole clip. So after they got swept, it seemed like, I guess Kyrie did a press conference, and it seemed like he was kind of blaming the media or blaming something. Like he wasn't taking any accountability. So that's why he basically said he's delusional, because he was like, Stephen A was like, you mad at us because we want to see you play? Like the whole mandate thing, why he didn't play. And then he was saying that it was too much at one point, back-to-back games and stuff like that. And Stephen A said, but you was just off for 6 months. Like, what were you doing? Okay. So that's why he said he's delusional.
Okay, I get it. Okay, so I agree with that. So I don't know. I do. So I don't know why Stephon Marbury. Is it Stephon? I don't know why he wanted to put in his 2 cents. Like, first of all, what does he do again? Does he have a job?
I did look at him.
He's working. Is he employed?
He is employed.
Gainfully employed.
He actually is, and I Googled it. I'm gonna Google it again. He's a basketball coach, but not for some NBA team. Like he's like maybe overseas. Let me see, because that's a good question.
Yes, I need to know if he's gainfully employed, because it seems to me like he has a lot of time on his hands. Some people don't realize that these people like Stephen A. Smith and other commentators and analysts, they get paid to do this.
To give their opinions.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith, he has a reputation of known to be very blunt. So what he can't just not one day wake up and just not be Stephen A. Smith and be all nice and stuff.
Politically
he gonna
correct.
lose his job. It is his job. It is his job.
Anyway, Stephon Marbury is the coach of the Beijing Warrior Fighters of the Chinese Basketball Association.
Okay, so he ain't got no job. So he do got a lot of time on his hands, basically. But no, Chinese basketball. That's funny. I'm just kidding. Chinese basketball. They are good. Don't they always give us a run for the money in the Olympics? Chinese.
I don't know about that. But yeah, I
don't know why he put in his 2 cents.
I was going to say why you think he spoke out, and if he's still mad at something from 2009, sir, I need you to grow up. You need to get over that. Who hold a grudge for longer than a day? I told Joe the other day, I don't know how he be staying mad for so long, because like after an hour or 2, I'm like so over it. Like, I don't know why. I cannot stay mad longer than a couple hours. And I be wanting to so bad. Like sometimes I pretend to be mad because I can be mad. Because like I deserve to be mad at this point, but so I have to fake it sometimes. But I be over it in 2 hours. I really do. But yeah, he on a totally different time zone. He like 13 hours ahead of us. What are you doing, sir? Like, he's still mad about that Vaseline, though. Like, I ain't gonna forget about that Vaseline. That's crazy, though.
You to eat that? I'm gonna YouTube this video. I'm gonna YouTube the video because I gotta see it for myself.
But yeah, and another question I was going to ask you about this is, have you heard people calling Stephen A. Smith or Uncle Tom before?
I think so.
I have. Yeah. I have similar, but not. I don't think he used the word Uncle Tom, but when T.O. was on there and they were talking about the whole Kaepernick thing, and Stephen A. kept explaining that he understood why Kaepernick was doing it, and he agreed with the stance. He just didn't agree with how he was going about it, like the kneeling. And I think T.O. said something about, why you ain't black. Like Max more blacker than you, which was his white co-host at the time. And Stephen A. boy. So he's been targeted before about.
I can see why people say that, because obviously I guess he getting paid by ESPN, right, or whoever, and at the top is a white man probably. So he's working for this white man. He's entertaining us, and he's getting paid for it. Like back in the day, well, I don't think they got paid back in the day, but back in the day, you remember how they used to make the black people fight each other and like they would make money off of it. That's kind of like what it is. They're making money off of him, even though, and he like going against his own people. Because back in the day, it used to be black fight. They used to have two black people fight each other. And
I was going to say, do you think that he's more harsher on black athletes than white ones? Because I don't really watch First Take like that. I watch Undisputed. So is he more harsh to black athletes?
I mean, are there any white athletes worth talking about?
My God.
Anyway,
hey, what's his name? What's my boy name?
Because I don't know none. But
you know my boy from Dallas.
Dirk?
Not Dirk, the other guy.
Donick or something like that. He played last night. I don't know if they won that. But no, all the clips I see him of is talking about the black athletes. Black athletes.
Okay.
That's my new name for them. But yeah, so I don't know. So if we only watch them clips, you will only think there's only black athletes. So back to my question, are there any white athletes out there?
Stop it. I totally forgot my boy name, and it sucks because I really like him. Athletic Greens. Our next product, people literally use it every day. So what is Athletic Greens? With one delicious scoop of AG1, you're absorbing 75 high quality vitamins, minerals, whole superfoods, probiotics, and adaptogens to help start off your day right. This special blend of ingredients supports your gut health, your nervous system, your immune system, your energy, recovery, focus, and aging. Okay. So if y'all need to lose weight and get more energy and just get healthy overall, please take these Athletic Green products. Okay. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and arm your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It's just one scoop in a cup of water every day. That's it. No need for a million different pills and supplements to look out for your health. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/emerging. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/emerging to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance. So get that, people. Get it. So our next story is about Sage Steele. And we all know she's another commentator or journalist for ESPN, right? So she is suing her longtime employer, ESPN, alleging that the network is violating her First Amendment right to free speech, even though she has never been suspended or disciplined by ESPN for anything, okay? So a while back, everybody knew last year when she went on Jay Cutler's podcast, because this was big news, right? She went on Jay Cutler's podcast and she identifies as biracial. She questioned why does Obama identify as black when his father was quote unquote nowhere to be found and he was raised by his white mom and grandma. Then she blamed women in sports media for their own sexual harassment. And she said the vaccine mandate for employees was sick and scary. All right. She also alleges that her coworker refused to appear on air with her. So she says NFL analyst Ryan Clark refused to appear on air with her. Clark went and asked Steele's supervisor if she could be replaced on a segment with her co-host, and ESPN refused to replace her for that segment. So Ryan skipped out, but he suffered no penalty from the network as a result. She says that the network suspended her from October 4th through the 14th, but she tested positive for COVID days after the podcast aired and was benched from the air on October 4th and was told she had to issue a public apology. Multiple media outlets reported that Steele was sidelined for the comments that she made on that podcast. And Steele's lawyers say ESPN did nothing to refute the widespread reports that she was suspended or otherwise disciplined for her comments, both because these reports were true and because ESPN stood to benefit from the public perception that she was punished for her remarks. Steele's team is seeking damages from ESPN for allegedly violating her First Amendment rights and the Connecticut law, which prohibits employers from disciplining any employee for their for exercising freedom of speech. Her lawyers also accused ESPN of breaching Steele's contract and initially inflicting emotional distress against the anchor. So what are your thoughts? First of all, go ahead. I'm sorry. You go first. Because it doesn't make sense.
With the Obama thing,
okay.
She questioned why he identified as black, as if it's not. First of all, it's not who raised you, it's your DNA, idiot. His DNA identifies as black. Like, I don't
a speck of it in you. You make you black. You can go ahead and identify as biracial all you want. You get pulled over by the cops. They gonna see a black woman. You look black. Your hair black. You black. Okay. So we not saying
you're black.
We not saying disregard your white side. We said that if America see, unfortunately, what America sees is what America sees. They not trying to look at your ancestry report or nothing. Okay, you getting pulled over. You as a black person. Okay. Anyway, and she talking about they suspended her. No, you got COVID, so you had to go sit down like everybody else. Like when I got COVID, I couldn't go into the office. What is you talking about? ESPN didn't suspend you. You got COVID, so you couldn't come into the office.
That's what I was about to say. How is she, like with another case we spoke about before, how is she going to prove this? Like how can you prove somebody? It's very hard to prove an employer is what's the
discriminating?
word? Discriminating against you. That's very hard unless it's literally in an email or written down somewhere, which most employers are smart enough not to do that. So how you gonna prove it? Like y'all gotta understand and listen. These people must don't watch movies, because Jamie Foxx told us in Law Abiding Citizen, it's not the truth doesn't matter. It's what you can prove. Mm-hmm. The law ain't about the truth. The law is about what you can prove in court, in a court of law. And if you can't prove this, you wasting people's time and you wasting taxpayers' money, ma'am.
That's why my next question was going to be, do you think this lawsuit can and will stand up in court? Like how, who they gonna get? If Ryan Clark didn't want to be in a segment with you, that's his problem. ESPN didn't make him leave. ESPN actually took up for you and said they wasn't going to replace you. So what is that about? That shouldn't even be in a documentation, because that's against you, ma'am. Just like this whole Black China Kim Kardashian lawsuit, which Black China just lost. Black China gonna go up on the stand and say, yeah, I pointed a gun at Rob and I choked him with a phone cord, but we was just playing. What? You just said something against you. Like, so stay still. Why is you saying Ryan Clark didn't want to film with you as if ESPN cut you off that segment? This is crazy. I would throw this out. If I was in a grand jury, I'd be like, no, this don't need to go to trial. Should we go back? My next question is, should we go back to the old days where we just kept politics and personal family decisions out of the workplace, where we didn't talk about it? And also, can you sue your current employee? Because I think she still works at ESPN.
No, yeah, you can. Because Joe told me a lady at his job sued the city, and she was still working there as she's a part-time worker. And she sued them, and I think she won a settlement, and she's still working there. They can't fire her, because then they'll get sued again. But yeah, you can. Unless they probably have to pay to let her go. You gotta pay to let me go. I'm gonna show up every day. But yeah, that's crazy. I don't know if it'll stand up in court, and what lawyer is taking this on. Like, there has to be something that we don't know.
It gotta be.
I'm so tired of these random behind complaints filed that has no merit behind it. I mean, it probably does have merit, but if there's no proof, it's like, what? It's gonna be he said, she said, and what is that in the court of law? Hearsay.
It is definitely. I think she needs to stop while she's ahead.
Not admissible anyway, so I don't know.
She needs to stop while she's ahead. But my other question was, should we just shut up about personal family decisions and politics at work or in the public?
Yeah, unless you want to get in an argument, because it's always gonna be that one person that come from left field and you had no idea. And now you gotta be like, okay, I gotta watch them.
Yeah,
So yeah, leave it at home.
I know one person, we haven't went into depth with it, but I know we don't agree politically, but she's like my favorite banker. But we are polar opposites when it comes to politics. I don't know. But yeah, I think Sage still I at least don't see myself, because I'm so loyal. I don't see myself suing my current employer. Now I see myself leaving that job, then maybe suing them. But being there, you got to work with these people. Like, they see you. Don't start trying to do like George on Seinfeld. Remember, he didn't want to quit, but they couldn't fire him. So they was setting up little traps for him, and they ended up giving him like a closet space as a room. And the way he had to enter his office was through a vent or something like that. They cut off the air supply, so he was sweating all day, but he didn't want to quit. That's what the ESPN need to do. Because you're not going to be at my job and suing me at the same time. No. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. So we will keep y'all posted on that and see if it even goes to court or settle out of court. But if it's settled, ESPN, if y'all settle with Sage Steele and she steals the show, if y'all settle, put in that settlement that she can't work for y'all no more. Give her that millions of dollars, but she cannot be gainfully employed by ESPN or any of its subsidiaries, okay? Anyways, let's talk about the NBA playoffs. So, Grizzlies, the game we watched together. Grizzlies lost a close one in game 1 against the Warriors. They lost by 1. Draymond got ejected, was a crazy call. They do play tonight. So, what was your thoughts on that game? It was sad because what's your boy name? Ja literally did the same thing he normally do with the drive. Remember earlier in the game when I was like, why they keep letting him drive in and do the layup? I actually said that. But at the end of the game at the end of the game when he tried to do it, he was too far from the basket. It's like they wouldn't let him come up close no more. It's like they hurt me through the television. They hurt me.
Yeah, he fucked up. And it's crazy because I was rooting for them. And it's like, I told y'all Sunday, this is going to be a hard series for me because I like both teams. But I think I want the Grizzlies to win the series.
Me too, because the Warriors got enough championship and enough rings. But what's more concerning to me is that his dad, Ja Morant's dad, is becoming a superstar. And at the end of the game, who he was talking to? Was it Steph or was it the Clay? He was talking to one of the Warriors. And like they were homeboys. Like, no. Sir, when we're in a series, a 7-game series, you're no longer their friends. You could be their friend after we beat them or they beat us, but no, not during the playoffs. It won't happen. So Ja Morant's dad, I don't know your name, but you need to sit down.
Remember we Googled him? Yeah.
Okay, so T Morant, I need you to go up a few levels. You're not gonna be courtside no more because you're getting too friendly. Okay, you're getting too friendly.
You're doing too much. You need to sit down.
Yes,
sit down
in like the 10th row, maybe 100th row. Anyway, the Boston Celtics lost to the Bucks on Sunday, game 1, and I'm rooting for the Celtics, but it looked like it's gonna be a sweep. The Bucks gonna sweep them. That's how bad it was. Miami Heat leading the 76ers, but the 76ers do not have Embiid, so that'd probably be a sweep as well. Who do you want to go to the ship? Even though I want Grizzlies and Boston to win their series, I know they're not.
Who not?
The Boston is going to get swept, even though I want them to go to the ship. And Grizzlies is not going to beat the Warriors. So I picked Boston versus the Warriors in the finals.
Well, you just said Boston gonna get swept.
They are.
Okay.
I don't know who else is in the East. I don't like the Bucks and I don't like the Heat. If I had to pick out of the Heat and the Bucks, I would go with the Heat.
I'll do the Grizzlies from the West. I like them. East, what is there? Heat,
Celtics, 76ers, and Bucks.
76ers not doing it. I'll go. The Heat looking pretty good, so I'll say Heat.
All right. So we will keep y'all posted on that. So now it's time for our highlight of the week. And it goes to Nike. Nike is honoring or has already honored Serena Williams with a 1 million square foot building at the company's headquarters. It's the largest building on the campus. And Serena said, when I was just a kid, I visited the Nike campus and I saw that athletes get buildings. After that visit, I knew I wanted two things: to be a Nike athlete and to have a building. So her dreams came true. The building will include a 140-seat theater named after her daughter, Olympia, and it will also house a lab space for creating new Nike products, showrooms, and workspaces. So kudos to Nike and Serena Williams. I looked at the video. It's on her Instagram page. It's probably on Nike's page too. But it's amazing, and I'm happy to see dreams do come true, people. You just got to put it out in the atmosphere and pray about it and believe it to come true. Okay, because right now I am wanting something and I pray about it night and day, and I believe it's going to come true. And I can't reveal it now, but when it comes true, I will reveal it on this podcast. Breaking news. Okay, so pray about
exclusive,
it.
Sweet, exclusive.
Sweet, exclusive. Yes, it will be. Anyway, so that's our episode for this week. We will check you guys out next week. Bye-bye.
Bye. Hey, y'all. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words with yours truly, the Fletcher Twins. Make sure you join us every week and rate, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit up our email at podcast.1000words@gmail.com with any questions or topics you'd like to hear us cover. Also, check us out on IG at The Fletcher Twins and Facebook at A Picture is Worth 1,000 Words.